Hey there, Aaron here with Arkto Campers. In this video, we wanted to take the time to go through our optional upgrades that are available for our Arkto Campers G12 trailers. Standing behind me here is a brand new 2025 G12, and this particular trailer has every single option that we offer built into it, and a little bit extra as well. And we'll also talk about some of the optional upgrades that we have in the works that'll be available in the next couple months. So without further ado, let's get started going down the list. First up, we have our step stool. So it's a really minor option that most people might already own a step stool, but this is a used one that we have. Since this is a brand new trailer, I'm not going to pull out the brand new wrapped up one for the customer and get my footprints on it, but you can get a visual of what that looks like. Right after that, we have our ARK XO corner stabilizers. So the trailer normally does come with corner stabilizers, ARK's basic ones, on all four corners. Most of our customers opt for the XO version or extreme off-road version of these corner stabilizers. So this is one of them folded down, and then you would just rotate this 3/4 inch bolt right here with an impact with a 1/4 inch driver on it, or the hand crank that comes with it, and be able to bring that down. Otherwise, they fold up and out of the way. And the benefit of these XO corner stabilizers is that you could utilize them to be able to swap out a tire. So let's say you got a flat tire, you could drop down the corner stabilizers on the front and the back side of this trailer and slowly work up the rear, then the front, the rear, then the front, and be able to lift it up and get that tire off the ground, make your change, and bring it back down. Quick recommendation is do not use these for leveling the trailer. You can use leveling blocks for that. So that's a little tip that came directly from ARK. All right, next up we have our Starlink 12-volt module. So we developed our own little module to be able to power your Starlink Gen 2 or Gen 3 dishes via the batteries in the trailer instead of having to use an inverter and their provided router. So we have a pass-through port here. So we actually convert all of our cables with a Ethernet or a Cat6 cable on the other side. So there's a Cat6 port underneath here, and then running the cables to our internally mounted converters and router, 12-volt powered router in there. So all of the system will be powered by the batteries of the trailer. The benefit of that is that it's far more efficient than the existing Starlink system, which runs at like somewhere between 9 and 11 amps on the 12-volt system, whereas this one is, again, somewhere between, let's say, 3.5 to 5 amps operational. So it's quite a bit more efficient. Up there, you're going to see the pole mount for the dishes. So the Gen 2, and if you have the pole mount for the Gen 3, that gets mounted up there. And so when you get to camp, you can insert the dish, plug in the cable in here, and then raise the roof and go inside, flick the on switch on, and the system will be operational once the dish connects to the satellites. So the next optional upgrade is the awning wall sets for the 270-degree awning. I think all of you are familiar with that awning in my previous video about it. So the awning wall set are just zip-in walls that can enclose underneath the awning here. They all come out at an angle, I think like a 15-degree angle, which gives you a nice bit of floor space inside here to set up chairs or a propane fire pit. First section is a double panel coming across here where there's a window on this panel here and then an entry door right in front of the kitchen. Another double panel set with a window in it, and then a third panel back there that goes beside the shower. I don't often use that one, but just because the shower's out and it interferes with it, but that is available for you to use as well. So coming inside the cabinet here, you can actually see there's the 3 bags of the awning walls. So there's 3 bags that come like that. And this is how the entry door stool is. But while we're in here, one of the optional upgrades for us is a 2,000-watt inverter. Now, in this particular trailer, he has the air conditioning, which we'll get into in a sec. And so we actually mount the 3,000-watt inverter up underneath the bed like this for the air conditioning unit tucked away. But I don't know if you'll be able to see with the lighting in here, but you'll see this box right here. That is typically behind there. We'll mount the 2,000-watt inverter, which sits behind there. All of these inverters have built-in transfer switches in them, so you'll be able to use them without interference, unplugging or plugging in shore power. So as you might have seen in the winter video, we also have the heated fresh water tank and pickup line, and you can see the insulation, the silver insulation there for our fresh water tank. And so that is wrapped in insulation, and inside that insulation is a 12-volt heated pad as well as a 12-volt heating line for the pickup line that's going up through the floor to the water pump. So the switch for that is on the inside of the trailer, but this allows you to camp comfortably in those colder months that are below freezing, so your freshwater system doesn't freeze. So there is the heated freshwater tank. So moving now to the inside of the trailer. First up behind the entry door here, we have our quilted entry door blind or cover. So this snaps over the window in the entry door and gives you a blackout blind for those of you that like to sleep in the pitch dark or would like that privacy. Let's say a good reason for this would be maybe you got some friends at the campfire sitting behind you and it's dark out and you go inside to make use of the toilet with the lights on. Naturally, they're going to be able to see you doing your business in there. So this blind comes in handy for those types of situations. For myself, I like it for the blackout effect. I need to sleep in pitch black, so I have that on my trailer. Moving on inside, the most popular optional upgrade that we have is our insulated canvas. So it's a single piece, all stitched together, so you don't have to assemble anything. It's an inch thick 3M Thinsulate stitched inside. The exterior material, as you've seen in other videos, is a Top Gun marine fabric meant for boat covers and stuff. And of course, as usual, we stitch in these bows, so it allows the canvas to fold in nicely when you lift and lower, or rather lower the roof. A new one for us is actually air conditioning. So we have an under bench mounted air conditioning system that sits just behind here, or below here. It's vented right there. Unfortunately, due to the way the cabinets are laid out being aluminum, we can't run ducting, all the way around to the bed and stuff like that. So that's where the ducting is. But the nice thing about this feature is that it's a Truma Saphir air conditioning unit. So it works beautifully with Truma's control panel here. So on here now you'll be able to control the furnace, the air conditioning, and the hot water tank from a single control panel. The nice thing about that Truma Saphir unit is that it also has an electric heater inside. So let's say you run out of propane under the normal Truma Combi heater unit, you'll be able to turn on the air conditioning heater to supplement some of that heat. Which is pretty handy, although it does not pump out the BTUs like the Truma Combi does. Yeah, and then one of the features that's rather popular for us is the solar panels on the roof and the lithium batteries. So we have the capability of adding up to 1,000 watts of solar, rigid solar panels on the roof of our trailers. They come in increments of 200 watt, 400 watt, 600, and then 1,000 watt on the roof. All of which can be controlled by an optional Victron MPPT solar charge controller, or the ARK Manager 30 also has a MPPT solar charge controller built into it, although we advise the Victron controller just so that you can maintain use of the solar panels on the roof while also utilizing the DC-DC or Anderson plug charger on the front of the trailer while you're driving. So that's nice to have. Yeah, so as far as batteries go, lithium iron phosphate batteries, we can go in increments of 200, 300, or 400 amp hours of single 105 amp hour batteries. Also, we have 320 amp hour individual batteries, and we can fit up to 3 of those in our battery box. And so we have some batteries made for us that have a specific footprint to fit in our battery box. And so we can get all up to 960 amp hours of lithium, which this particular trailer has. In here is also a ARK Manager 75, their brand new battery management system in here. And so this particular trailer, they'll be able to charge up to 75 amps traditionally through that system. Otherwise, combining it with that Victron controller, they can get upwards of 100 amps of charging while they're going down the road. So that's pretty sweet. Yeah, so other ones that I can't show you right now, but we have developed right now is actually a custom winter cover for the trailer. So it's a canvas cover, custom made for the shape of the trailer, including zip open for the entry door of the trailer, so you can get in and out of the trailer in those winter months while it's parked. And a couple cool ones that we've had a lot of requests for. So we've had, let's say, families with 3 children wondering if they can get into our trailers, and since we can sleep 2 children comfortably by connecting the single seat here to the bench. The new option coming up is going to be a folding, removable bunk bed that sits up above the single bench here. So during the daytime, you'll be able to fold it up and out of the way, but obviously back down when you're using it to sleep. But the very cool part of this is we're going to make it removable, so that, let's say mom and dad want to go out camping without the kids and they don't want this thing in the way, they'll be able to remove that, carry it through the entry door, and store it in the garage or whatever your setup is. So that's going to be kind of handy. So there you have it. That's pretty much all the optional upgrades that we have right now, with a couple that we have in development. And as I said, in this particular trailer, pretty cool that this is our first trailer that we ticked off every single optional upgrade that we have. What's really neat about this particular trailer is the customer actually opted to be able to save a little bit of weight. So on the roof of this trailer is, instead of just the normal rigid glass solar panels, is 5 carbon fiber solar panels up there. So 1,000 watts of carbon fiber solar panels, saved about 80 pounds of weight. A decent price bump, of course, but the panels are super cool. I'll throw up some photos of that on our social media, of course. But like always, if you guys have any questions, reach out to us. You can reach us at arktocampers.com or on social media at Arkto Campers. Have a great day.